TB5 bond. That attack also was tied to the AB28 malware. Marine Le Pen, one of the leading French candidates, is openly pro-Russian and has received a number of favorable media articles, including many from dubious sources. At the same time, Emmanuel Macron, another leading candidate, but one who is avowedly anti-Russian, has been smeared by a series of media attacks, including claims that he is gay. Of course, no proof has been provided to back the stories on either candidate, but the French public is left to its own judgment to decide what is true and what is false, causing this confusion and chaos in the minds of voters is itself a victory for those in Russia who would undermine the integrity of the elections in Germany and France. Political manipulation has very few downsides for the attacker. Conclusion: the lessons that emerge from Russia's cyber activities are varied and highly important for the United States and other Western democracies. Ideally, those lessons also will be learned by Middle East nations that are friendly to the West. Above all, Russia is a determined adversary that views its relations with the West, especially the United States, in zero-sum terms. That applies to activities in times of peace and times of war, as those terms are used in the West. For Putin and those around him in the Kremlin, anything that advances Russian interests or sets back those of the United States or the West is viewed positively. As the extensive hacking campaign against Hillary Clinton demonstrates, that includes efforts to settle personal scores. That is only part of the Russian agenda, whose primary focus is nothing less than undermining Western democracies and institutions. Russia also sees itself as in perpetual competition with the United States. Putin is a former Soviet intelligence officer who, on more than one occasion, has 29. No, no solo yo. Only twice. Yes and no. 20 Jumada I, 1438 February 2017. Have gained. This is because there exists the possibility that U.S. vulnerabilities might not be exploited until there is a crisis in relations. Manipulation attempts in the run-up to the elections in France and Germany in 2017. America is the most prominent, but far from the only, Western nation currently being targeted by various Russian cyber activities. The U.S. intelligence report that described Russian hacking and information warfare operations in the United States also concluded that Russia has sought to influence elections across Europe. This has not received extensive attention in the media. Germany is an important example of the scope of Russian interest in influencing election results in the West. Germany will hold parliamentary elections in September 2017 to choose national leaders and decide if Chancellor Angela Merkel should have a fourth term in office. It also has been the target for Russian hacking, dating to the Moonlight Maze case. Germany has much world-class technology that is of interest to Russia. In late 2016, German officials admitted that numerous email addresses of the nation's high-ranking officials were compromised, with suspicion centering on Russia as the culprit. Reports continue to circulate stating that various types of propaganda and influence operations are being carried out. One source speaking on background claims Russians have set up in Switzerland conventional bank accounts to fund these influence operations. The German government told the Bundestag in a late December report that German computer networks were hit regularly last year by various foreign intelligence services, including from Russia. The report went so far as to conclude that there might be a Russian cyber attack on the federal election in Germany. The same report also identified Russia as the source of attacks in May and August 2016 on the Bundestag and the national political parties. The Russian hacking tool used against the Germans was malware known as AP28.